Okay, so here I have, we're going to start with UTXO selection. I have a Caravan wallet that I already set up. This is running on Regtest, which is essentially, it's a testing network. I'm running a whole kind of test Bitcoin network locally on my computer. This is something developers use when you need to have predictability, because I can basically mine blocks on my own. I can choose not to mine blocks, which is useful for the child pays for parent. And I don't have to worry about fees or losing funds or waiting for faucets or anything like that. So that's what I have here. And let's start with so we have my list of addresses. These are funds that I have available that are, and actually one of the nice things here too, is if you open up an address, this is the redeem script. This is what is exposed to the network when you're spending. You can do confirm on device, which is just confirming that that device is one of the key holders in that quorum. And here are the UTXOs. So you can see here that I have one address that has had 3 different spends to it. So this could happen. Let's say you have a donation address that you've put somewhere public and people are sending lots of donations. If you have too many, spending all of them can be too much work actually for a hardware device to sign, because they're very limited capacity on the hardware devices. And so this can be a really useful feature to spend in pieces to reduce that burden. So if I go over to send, Tyler was showing the automatic mode, which will basically automatically choose do the UTXO selection for you. But if you want a little bit more control, you can go over to manual over here. Now we can see here, let's say I want to spend from this UTXO, which has 0.3 BTC, and I'm going to spend this whole address, which has 0.99 BTC. I'm going to send to my own address, and I'm going to spend the full amount, but the fee rate is really low. So we'll come back to that later in a second. So again, hopefully you can see what's going on here. I picked one out of the 3 UTXOs available on this address. I picked another one that has only one input associated with it, and preview. Now I can sign it. One thing with Regtest is I can only, Trezor doesn't support signing on non-existent networks. And that's because they actually confirm transactions on their own nodes. So I am using a ledger which doesn't have the same constraint, and review the outputs. Okay. Device is signing. All right, so this is my finalized transaction. Okay, successfully broadcast. Now, if we refresh, you can see I have this. This is pending. This is the spend that's pending. So you can see this full amount here. And this one now only has 2 UTXOs. Okay, so now